Hello, it's good to see you again, be with you, and I'll be reading again from Proverbs. That is our study, our focus for the month, and words of wisdom that hopefully will be encouraging and helpful to you in your walk. Today's Proverbs comes from Proverbs 24, and I'll just be reading a short portion of that. It's kind of divided into three sections. So I'm going to read the small section, have just a word about that, and then read the next section and so forth. So Proverbs 24, starting with verse 17. Don't rejoice when your enemies fall. Don't be happy when they stumble. For the Lord will be displeased with you and will turn his anger away from them. Have you ever watched a movie, the old good guys, bad guys type of movie, very intense? They're dodging each other, trying to get the other one down before the enemy takes them out, that whole thing. Sometimes when I watch those types of movies and it comes to the big point and suddenly the bad guy gets it and we all cheer, it's always bothered me just a little bit. And I know it's a movie and it's all pretend, but that moment of rejoicing in the other person's demise bothers me on a level. And Scripture is telling us, again, don't rejoice when your enemies fall. Don't be happy when they stumble. For the Lord will be displeased with you and will turn his anger away from them. Something to think about. Here's the next section. Don't fret because of evildoers. Don't envy the wicked, for evil people have no future. The light of the wicked will be snuffed out. It reminds me of one time when one of my children was in a car wreck that wasn't their fault. It was the other person's fault. And that other person ended up even taking them to court and trying to just color the truth. And it was very difficult. And I told my child, of course it was all thrown out, nothing happened. But, you know, that desire to want to say something to them and just straighten the record. But I thought, you know, just let them go. They're not going to change their minds and their agenda isn't going to change. And wow, isn't it sad that that's all they've got? That they're pouring their energy into something that's silly and getting all worked up about it. It's best just to leave it, let it go, be in a place of peace, and can't fix everybody. And even to be challenged to pray for them rather than to say those things that you're so burning to say. And so again, don't fret because of evildoers. Don't envy the wicked, for evil people have no future. The light of the wicked will be snuffed out. Then the last section. My child, fear the Lord and the King. Don't associate with rebels, for disaster will hit them suddenly. Who knows what punishment will come from the Lord and the King? Have you ever just read a book or been immersed in something that really begins to take hold of your mind? Or maybe you're binge watching a show on Netflix and suddenly you feel it, you're just thinking about it all the time because you've really put a lot of time into that, and it becomes part of your mind. We need to be careful who we associate with and give such a large part of our mind to. Now, we are called to be salt and light, so it's important that we pour ourselves into other people and be the hands and feet of God. But you need to be careful that they don't become the influencers to you, that you and the Lord become the influencers to them. Influencers. So let me read that section again. My child, fear the Lord and the King. Don't associate with rebels, for disaster will hit them suddenly. Who knows what punishment will come from the Lord and the King? So let me just read those three sections again. Don't rejoice when your enemies fall. Don't be happy when they stumble, for the Lord will be displeased with you and will turn his anger away from them. Don't fret because of evildoers. Don't envy the wicked, for evil people have no future. The light of the wicked will be snuffed out. My child, fear the Lord and the King. Don't associate with rebels, for disaster will hit them suddenly. Who knows what punishment will come from the Lord and the King? I hope you'll be encouraged today to just focus on the Lord. Keep your eyes on Him. There is hope, there is peace, there is light in every area and season of your life. You are loved. Have a good day.